My spirit carries a quiet ache, my child, not concerning who you are, for your essence is pure, but for the arduous journeys, the weary passages you have endured. Tonight, a powerful, undeniable shift begins within your sacred space, a profound turning of the tides. But you must hold fast with me, attentive and fully present, until these words flowing from the heart of all creation have completely unfolded. Do not allow your thoughts to drift, to wander into the distractions of the fleeting world. Should you choose to depart before my speaking is done, should you allow your attention to be drawn away, you would miss the specific provisions, the unique blessings, the profound restorations I have set aside meticulously prepared for you alone. Remain here, my precious one. Remain here in this hallowed moment. I see your exhaustion, my child. I see the deep weariness that stirs you in the quiet of the pre-dawn, the ache that awakens in the early hours when the world is still and your spirit feels most exposed. I recognize the heavy burden of promises that faded into mist, never kept, never fulfilled. I know the quiet anxiety that grips you, the silent worries over unseen obligations, the looming shadows of what is due, the burdens you have hidden in the deepest corners of your dwelling, believing no eye would ever behold them. Yet what reaches you now is unlike any other passing sound, unlike any fleeting echo of the earthly realm. This flows directly from my eternal essence to your deepest self, to the very core of your spirit in this sacred, undeniable moment. Your being here, listening, truly present, is entirely purposed. Each event, each turning of the earth, each celestial alignment, each breath you have taken, each step you have made, has converged so that you would receive this exact knowing, this profound truth, at this particular point in time, on this very day. This is not chance. This is divine design. This is for you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, escapes my omniscient sight, my beloved. I saw the silent tears that flowed, unseen by human eyes, tears you kept hidden from others, believing you were utterly alone in your sorrow. Your gentle pleas, soft as a sigh, found their way to me in the deepest hours of night, when troubles, like relentless shadows, kept you from the solace of peace, when sleep refused to visit your weary eyes. I stood with you, an unseen guardian. When allegiance was cruelly betrayed, when the sacred bond of confidence was violated, leaving you feeling lessened, diminished, and deeply scarred. Every single tear, each drop that fell from your eyes, was recognized by me. Not one escaped my eternal awareness. Not one drop of your suffering was unseen, unheard, or unrecorded in the sacred annals of your life. I was there. I am here. You have felt invisible, have you not, my precious one? As if your earnest striving, your devoted heart, and the inherent worth that shines within you passed entirely unseen, unrecognized by those whose acknowledgment you yearned for. You gave everything you possessed, poured out your very being, yet only your missteps, your minor falterings were brought forward, magnified for all to see. They sought only a flawless image, a perfection no mortal can attain, disregarding all that you achieved, all the quiet victories you won. And this, my beloved, has deeply scarred your essence, leaving marks upon your spirit. You have carried a unique heaviness, a profound weight that no other fully grasped a grief, concealed from view, hidden beneath a smile, guarded from the probing eyes of the world. But I saw it all. I felt it all. Grasp this truth at once, my child. Let it settle into the deepest chambers of your heart. I am always, eternally aware of you. I know every past event, every twist of your journey, every challenge you have faced, and I stand ready at this very moment to reshape your entire situation, to turn the tide, to bring forth a new beginning. But before I go further, before I unveil the full measure of my restorative design, I must feel your willingness to receive what I am giving. I need to perceive if you, in your innermost being, acknowledge these words as specifically for you, a direct utterance from my heart to yours. If you receive this truth, if your spirit resonates with this knowing, mark this moment. Let your agreement be known. Let your sacred affirmation echo in the unseen realms. The path of your existence has indeed brought forth hardships, trials that caused you to doubt my enduring concern, my unwavering affection for you. Trying times, seasons of profound challenge led you to question my very presence. Still, I have stood by you always, my precious one, never once departing, never for a single fleeting breath. In every moment you believed yourself utterly alone, abandoned to the currents of despair, I was present. I was there steadying you, holding you firm, maintaining the sacred integrity of your spirit, ensuring that your light, though dimmed, would never be extinguished. I was there, and I remain here now. I observed your moments of public shame, the searing sting of exposure, the hurts that arose from failed connections, relationships that withered and died, and the profound lack of belief that emanated from those nearest to you, those who should have been your firmest allies. I saw you look deeply into your own eyes, peering into the reflection, striving to recognize the self you had become, wondering if the essence within you had changed beyond recognition. I watched as you contemplated releasing everything, letting go of your deepest desires, your most cherished hopes, all that once held significance and meaning for your spirit. In each of those profound trials, in every moment of despair, I stood for you. In the unseen realms, in the spiritual dimensions that lie beyond your sight, I held back forces far beyond what you could grasp, forces that sought your utter undoing. I averted harsher trials, greater torments, because my divine design for you is for completeness, for wholeness, for restoration, not for unending pain, but to bring forth a future overflowing with hope, brimming with promise, radiant with my presence. This present time, my beloved, holds a distinct sacred importance. Even as my voice reaches you, even as these words resonate within your spirit, profound movement arises, stirs, and takes form in the unseen planes, in the spiritual currents that shape your existence. My emissaries of grace and truth are sent forth. Declarations are being made. Fresh passages, unforeseen pathways become visible before you, while old, restrictive ones recede into the shadows. Every single part of this grand unfolding transpires specifically for you, because of you, as an answer to your longings. If your inner being connects with these words, if your truest self acknowledges without doubt or hesitation that I am speaking directly to you right now in this very moment, then state your understanding. Proclaim your assent. Do not keep this sacred understanding within. Declare your victory openly. Right. I am ready to set your intention to open the passage for the unfolding of these blessings. I am waiting for your profound response, for there is much more I wish to share, much more to reveal concerning what is now active, stirring, and taking shape in your life. It brings me profound gladness and immeasurable joy to have you present once more. My child, truly present in spirit and in heart, I knew you would return to me, for a profound knowing, a deep resonance within your being, grasps my utterances and recognizes the truth of my voice. Those who are connected to me, truly bound to my essence, recognize my voice, my distinct call. And I know each one by their innermost truth, by the purest core of their being. I know your truth, my beloved. I grasp your whole being, every intricate part of your spirit, every journey, every arduous path you have undertaken. Now fully comprehend the deep, eternal purpose of what unfolds this night in this sacred hour. This is not a fleeting moment, but an interval of crucial, unparalleled significance. As you give your full, undivided attention, a stir of activity, a powerful ripple begins in the unseen sphere. My divine emissaries are sent out. Declarations are spoken aloud, echoing through the realms. New passages emerge, luminous and clear, as old, barren ones recede into oblivion. All of this transpires for your sake, driven by your faithfulness, by your unwavering spirit, and by your courageous decision to maintain your trust, to hold firm to hope, even when all light seemed far away, even when the night was darkest. A profound righteous displeasure indeed settles within my eternal being, and I will now reveal its sacred origin. My displeasure arises from observing with perfect clarity the injustices, the grievous wrongs enacted against you. I saw those who stepped into your life not with pure hearts, but driven solely by their own gain, by the selfish pursuit of what they could extract. They held no genuine desire for your well-being, no true affection for your spirit. They came to use, to exploit, perceiving only benefit for themselves, never truly seeing or valuing your true essence, your inherent worth. I held back from intervening, from unleashing the fullness of my justice, waiting with quiet, measured patience to see if their approach would change, if their hearts would soften, if they would choose a different course, a path of integrity. But their intent remained fixed, immutable in its self-serving purpose. Your profound kindness, your gentle spirit, they mistook for weakness, as if a caring heart meant simple-mindedness, as if a generous spirit implied foolishness, as if your boundless compassion was a flaw to be exploited. But I saw, I remembered. Your willingness to give, your open-handed generosity, was taken advantage of again and again, like a sacred wellspring from which they drew without thought of replenishment. They received everything, absolutely everything you extended, yet returned nothing. Not a simple word of gratitude, not a trace of recognition for your efforts, not even a sign of awareness for the depth of your sacrifice. Your readiness to forgive, a divine quality within your spirit, was overlooked, misused, and trampled upon. How many times, my child, did you release the same person from the same failing, the same transgression? How many chances, how many opportunities for redemption did you offer when others would have simply walked away, turning their backs without a second glance? How often did you swallow your hurt, your diminished self-worth, and your profound sadness, choosing instead to try once more, to extend grace yet again? And what was the return for this boundless compassion? Greater betrayal, profounder disappointments, and escalating, chilling lack of concern for your delicate spirit. But know this, I saw every act. I felt every wound. I will not allow this to continue any longer, my beloved. What has taken place is enough. My patient tolerance, my long-suffering forbearance, has reached its sacred limit. The moment for equitable reckoning, for divine justice, has arrived, heralded by the very words I now speak. I embody boundless affection, yes, a love that spans all creation, but also the balanced, unwavering principle of justice. When injury is brought upon one who belongs to me, one whom I have carefully fashioned and deeply cherished, when another deliberately inflicts distress, causes anguish upon a spirit I hold dear, I will not stand by without action. No, my beloved, I will rise. I will move. I will act with the full authority of my eternal being. You have carried weights heavy and oppressive, meant for no one else, burdens that were never intended for your tender shoulders. You have taken on accountability, borne the consequences for situations that were never of your own making, never your responsibility. Yet you accepted them silently, bravely, but no more. My beloved, you have frequently felt compelled to justify your very existence, to explain your presence, as if your unique light, your distinct essence, brought unease or discomfort to others. However, hear this truth. I called you into being with a precise, unalterable purpose, a sacred design woven into the fabric of your spirit. You are present because the world, in its present state, desperately needs your distinct essence, your particular radiance, your unique contribution. And I, your divine source, will not allow falsehoods, misrepresentations, or the limited perceptions of others to define who you truly are from this pivotal moment forward. No, your definition comes from me alone. In the sacred time ahead, in the unfolding chapters of your journey, I will begin to draw you away, to separate you from those influences, those presences in your life that are not whole, that do not serve your highest good, that drain your spirit. Some will move away naturally like leaves falling from a tree in its appointed season, while others I will directly cause to shift, to recede from your path, for their season in your life has reached its completion. This is not abandonment. This is divine alignment. Nonetheless, my precious one, even as these shifts occur, a profound tranquility, a deep abiding peace will settle deep within you, anchoring your spirit. You will finally stand unshaken and secure in your genuine essence, released from the perpetual worry of being judged, of being used, of being dismissed. A moment will arrive of profound awakening when you become aware that certain individuals, certain heavy presences, are no longer part of your sacred journey. And the feeling of freedom that will wash over you will be so absolute, so complete, so liberating that you will understand it was not an emptiness created, not a void left behind, but a vast open space created for authentic liberty, for unburdened joy, for true connection. There are instances, my child, when I must gently guide certain individuals away from your path, not as a punishment for them, but as a divine safeguard for you. This is not about their merit in relation to you, my beloved, but about your sacred being, your precious spirit not deserving the weight, the burden, the constant imposition of what they have placed upon you. Your freedom is my priority. Your peace is my intention. Even as I reveal these profound truths, my beloved, a face, a specific countenance, comes clearly into your thoughts someone else, a precious spirit who also carries hurts, who also bears unseen burdens, someone who needs this very message from me, this divine declaration just as profoundly as you do. Therefore, you are a vessel, not a container. Let this blessing, this truth, this divine vindication flow through you to another. Pass this light forward without delay. Speak these declarations to that person and remain attentive, for I have much more to reveal concerning the unfolding of your own life and the destined experiences of those who have caused you anguish. My precious one, it is crucial, profoundly vital, that you comprehend the sacred essence of this place, this hallowed space where my words reach you. This is not just one among many fleeting avenues, not one more passing sound in the clamor of the world. No, this is a sacred space, a sanctuary I brought into being meticulously designed to deliver my honest and clear declarations, my unadulterated truth, to countless spirits yearning for light. Within a world filled with uncertainty, where countless statements distort what is true, where much that is untrue about higher matters persists like shadows over the land, I desired a sanctuary where my voice, pure and resonant, could echo without distortion, without deceptive alteration, without hidden purposes, without the taint of human agendas. This is that sanctuary. Now many, indeed too many, lay claim to my authority for their own fleeting gain. They twist my sacred pronouncements to serve their own objectives, turning pure trust into a mere transaction, elevating expectation into something bought and sold, something acquired by earthly means. Yet this presence, this sacred communion, is distinct, set apart. Here in this hallowed space, I connect with you directly, without hindrance or separation, without any veil between our spirits. And I seek your willingness, your heart's desire, to help me reach even more individuals, more yearning souls. Each time you embrace this message with affirmation, with a deep knowing within your spirit, you are doing more than a simple acknowledgement. You are declaring to all the unseen realms and to the visible world that my utterance carries deep, eternal meaning. You are stating with the strength of your own belief that these truths, these divine declarations, deserve to be heard by countless others. You are aiding the very way these words travel, helping this sacred wisdom find more troubled hearts, more weary spirits, more souls burdened by the anxieties of the world, more lives longing for certainty, for an anchor in the storm. Your affirmation is a beacon, each instance a spirit, a precious soul chooses to engage with this shared space. To truly commune here, an opening, a divine portal, is created for me to step into the world of someone standing on the precipice, someone teetering on the edge of despair, someone prepared to let go of all hope, someone whose confidence, whose belief in goodness, has wavered and crumbled, someone who has stopped believing that good experiences, that blessings, that divine provision are even possible. When you commit to this pathway, when you sharpen the perception of your spirit, the inner knowing that alerts you to my words, to my guiding voice, you become part of a profound spiritual renewal. You become an instrument in my care, a vessel of my light, assisting in the upholding of life itself, extending hope where despair had reigned not yet, my beloved. There is an additional vital reason I ask for your dedication to this connection, to this sacred communion, a reason woven into the very fabric of your own unique journey. I hold specific words, precise guidance, divine revelations for every chapter of your existence, for every season of your life. And I will not unveil them all at once, not in a single overwhelming torrent. Not because I wish to hide them from you, my precious one, but because you are not yet ready to absorb every truth simultaneously. To offer everything now would be like trying to grasp more than you can possibly hold. Much of it would be lost, scattered to the winds. Therefore, I will nourish you little by little, day by day, moment by moment, with the gentle rhythm of grace. Each passing day will bring a fresh understanding, a new clarity of the larger picture, one more step in your inner growth, one more layer of revelation, until you are completely remade, entirely renewed, fully brought back to completeness, to the radiant being I always intended you to be. But here is the vital, undeniable point, my child. If you do not commit to this connection, if you allow your spirit to drift from this source, the very channels, the sacred pathways through which my words travel, could become obscure to you, veiled from your perception. You might miss essential truths, profound insights, precise guidance I have uniquely prepared for your present moment, for your immediate need. You could fail to receive the clear, undeniable answer to the heartfelt plea you expressed to me only a short while ago in the quiet of your heart. You could bypass the crucial understanding necessary for that significant choice, that pivotal turning point that lies before you. And I do not wish for this to happen, my beloved. I do not want you to linger in uncertainty while others move forward in clarity. I do not want you to forfeit any grace, any insight, any divine provision, or any assurance that could determine whether you abandon hope or press onward with renewed vigor, whether you are overcome by the storms or rise above them in triumph, whether you surrender to the current or achieve ultimate victory. No, I desire your triumph, your journey, every step, every detour, every moment of seeking has led you to this exact point, to this hallowed space, because I guided you, because my hand was upon your path. You receive these declarations now, these profound truths, because I, in my infinite wisdom, brought about this precise instant, this sacred convergence. And now I offer you the precious chance, the divine opportunity, to ensure this is not the last time my voice reaches you, not the final moment of our communion. I desire to confirm, to seal this promise, that in your deepest hour of need tomorrow, in any moment of uncertainty, my guidance, my provision, my comfort will find you once more clear and undeniable. Therefore, declare this truth now with the full conviction of your spirit. Commit to this path, to this sacred connection, and attune your spirit. Sharpen your inner ear, so no understanding, no precious insight I have prepared solely for you is lost or obscured. Fulfill this as a sign of trust, a sacred agreement, an expression of inner certainty, a symbol of your wish to remain truly linked with me, bound in eternal communion. Afterward, remain in this presence, my beloved, for I have abundant more indeed, an overflowing wellspring of truth to impart to you. Do not wander away from this source, from this wellspring of truth. Stay close to the voice that guides you, that nourishes your spirit. Remain here, tethered to this sacred space. Now, my beloved, allow me to speak of matters known to no other truths you have kept concealed, guarded deep within your heart, perhaps from deep shame, a searing regret, or from a profound conviction that no one in the earthly realm would truly understand, or from the knowing apprehension of being judged, found wanting. But I perceive them. I see every hidden scar. I have always known, since before your first breath, since the very moment of your fashioning, nothing is hidden from my eternal gaze. I am profoundly aware of the times, the multitude of moments when you considered giving up, when the weight became too immense to bear. I speak not only of the ultimate departure, the final cessation, though I know some, in their darkest hours, have drawn near that perilous edge. No, I speak of those periods when your aspirations, your radiant dreams, faded into a dim haze, when your conviction that favorable experiences, divine provisions, and true blessings could reach you diminished into a whisper, then into silence. I speak of when you no longer expected even the slightest regard or honor from those around you, when your spirit became accustomed to being overlooked. You ceased to believe that joy, that boundless delight, that profound peace was your rightful condition, your divine inheritance. I know of evenings, countless nights, when you awakened with a heavy spirit, a profound weight pressing upon your heart. That empty, aching space within your core felt as though it might truly take your breath away, might steal the very air from your lungs. And in the low, uncertain light, you looked upward not with words, but with a silent, desperate plea asking, when will this truly end? When will this unending trial finally cease? I heard you, my beloved. Every time, my precious one, you questioned with a weary heart how much longer this difficult path, this arduous journey stretched before you, seemingly without end. You wondered when the crushing burden you carried, the unseen weight, would finally ease, when you would no longer bear it solitary, alone in your struggle. Your inquiries, your heartfelt pleas, seemed to meet only silence, a vast echoing emptiness where you yearned for an answer. But I was listening. I was preparing. I watched you feign composure, my beloved, acting as though all was well, as though no storm raged within, while deep within, your spirit felt fractured, splintered into countless pieces. You presented a steady face, a calm demeanor, arranging your outer self with meticulous care before facing the world, projecting an image of serenity, of quiet strength. Still, your deepest self, your truest essence, yearned for freedom, for release from the masquerade. Inside, your quiet sanctuary, the sacred space of your spirit, felt as though it were crumbling, its foundations shaking. After draining days, after relentless trials, I know you often neared your quiet space, your place of solitude, debating your very will to persevere. You pondered with a heavy heart. Why persist? Should I simply let go of this struggle, release this relentless pursuit? Your striving, your earnest efforts often felt as though they fell short, never quite enough, never truly seen. But I saw. I counted every effort. You gave completely, my child, pouring out your essence, yet found your offering judged as lacking, as insufficient, by others whose perceptions were flawed. You sacrificed for others, offered your energy, your time, your very being. But your dedication, your profound devotion went unseen, unacknowledged. You placed their wishes, their fleeting desires before your own sacred needs, and received no thanks, not even a simple word of gratitude in return. I know that repeated dismissals, the constant feeling of being overlooked, have led you to push others away preemptively, to erect barriers before they might disregard you yet again. You built walls thick and high around your tenderest self, not because you seek solitude, not because you desire to be alone, but because you truly long for genuine closeness, for authentic connection, for sincere communion. You simply dread more hurt, more wounds upon your spirit. You fear trusting again, only to face the bitter sting of betrayal. You hold back parts of yourself, the most precious and vulnerable aspects, fearing others will exploit your openness again. Take advantage of your pure heart. I know you have looked into your own eyes, my beloved, into the depths of your reflection, and found yourself displeased with the self you saw reflected there. I speak not of how you appear to the outer world, not of the vessel that houses your spirit, but of the essence you feel you have become internally, the inner landscape of your being. The world's harsh demands, its relentless pressures, hardened you, forged a protective shell around your tender spirit. It caused you to erect a protective barrier, a fortress of solitude. It taught you to hide your true self, your authentic radiance, simply to get by, to navigate the treacherous currents of life. It altered you, shifted your being into someone unlike who you truly are, unlike the radiant spirit I fashioned. Once your spirit felt lighter, freer, unburdened. Your joy surfaced effortlessly, like a spring bubbling forth. You offered trust more freely with an open heart. Your love extended without reservation, without fear of pain. But those days seemed to recede, did they not? Life's harsh lessons taught you that giving trust often led to pain, to betrayal. That love, in its earthly manifestations, could wound deeply. And that being truly yourself, your authentic, vulnerable self risked further injury, further sorrow. So you learned to hide, to wear different fronts, different masks, keeping your real feelings, your true heart hidden from view, shielded from further harm. And I know, my child, you have silently questioned in the quiet of your despair, why does this hardship remain a constant companion? If I am truly cherished, truly beloved, why is this deep ache, this persistent wound, not taken from me? Why does no aid arrive, no divine intervention? Why is there only stillness, only silence when my spirit craves, yearns for an answer, a clear sign? This profound doubt, like a persistent current, has day by day worn down your certainty and blurred your vision of my unwavering presence. But I need you, my beloved, to take in this deep, unshakable truth, to let it settle into the very core of your being, into every fiber of your essence. I have never, not for a fleeting breath, not for the smallest, most infinitesimal moment, left your side. Every time you sensed complete solitude, every instance you felt utterly alone, abandoned, I was there. I was there. I upheld you, my strong hand, steadying your trembling spirit, stopping you from fully breaking apart, gathering the precious pieces of your inner self that felt on the verge of splintering, of scattering to the winds. If I had not been with you, my precious one, you would not have reached this day, this sacred moment of revelation. You would not have discovered the latent strength, the divine fortitude to keep moving, to keep striving. But I nourished your spirit. I kept you near, tethered to my presence. And I remain close, closer than your very breath, now and always. Now, let me speak of those who brought you hurt, those who inflicted wounds upon your tender spirit. I saw it all, my beloved. Every single facet, every dark intention, every cruel word. I saw every lie spoken about you, whispered in the shadows, every phrase twisted beyond recognition, every sacred truth flipped into its opposite, and every malicious story created with the sole purpose to lessen your worth, to diminish your radiant spirit in the eyes of others. I saw it all. I remember it all. I saw every cunning move, my child, every quiet tactic, every subtle manipulation they used to sway you, to bend your will, to undermine your certainty. Every time they twisted what you said, altering your pure words into something unrecognizable. Every moment they made you question your own knowing, your own sacred intuition. Every instance they placed blame on you when it was never, could never be yours. They were adept, masterfully skilled at shifting responsibility, at evading their own accountability, expert at making you feel small, insignificant, and utterly unimportant in their eyes. But not in mine. I saw that person pretend to care, my precious one feigning affection, when their only true interest, their sole motivation, was what you could offer, what they could take. They did not value you, your unique essence, but rather what they could extract, what they could seize, your precious time, your vital energy, your earthly belongings, your unwavering attention, your sought-after approval. And when you had nothing left to give, when your wellspring was entirely drained, when your spirit was utterly depleted, they discarded you without a second thought, without a flicker of remorse, as if you were easily replaced, as if your inner world, your delicate spirit, held no profound pain, no deep suffering. But I saw it all, and I will remember. I saw their deep, unforgivable betrayal, my child. They broke your sacred trust, shattered the fragile vessel of your reliance, exposed your quiet confidences, and used your sensitive places, the very things you shared in your closest, most intimate bonds, believing them safe as tools, as cruel weapons to hurt you, to inflict anguish. They laid bare your personal world, exposing your vulnerabilities, humiliated you openly, and in their callousness found perverse delight in your suffering. You did not know, in your innocence, that the ones you held dearest, those you considered sacred, made light of your very being, mocked the essence of your spirit. But I knew, I saw, and my heart ached with yours. I saw them give you promises, my beloved grand pronouncements they never kept, never intended to fulfill. They presented false hope, a mirage of partnership, embarked on shared paths with you, then abandoned you halfway, leaving you stranded, alone in your journey. They vowed to be there, to be your anchor, only to disappear exactly when you needed them most. When your spirit cried out for support, they treated your truest feelings, your deepest emotions as trivial, as insignificant, as if your inner life, your sacred world meant nothing. Absolutely nothing to them. But to me, your inner life means everything. I saw them twist your view, my precious one, manipulate your perception, convincing you through subtle suggestions and outright declarations that the fault, the shortcoming, the entire burden lay with you, when in truth the failing, the profound inadequacy was entirely theirs. They told you that you were too sensitive, too emotional, asked for too much or were too complex, too difficult to understand. Yet all you truly desired, all your spirit yearned for, were the basic courtesies, the fundamental dignities owed to every precious spirit: respect, unvarnished honesty, and kind, attentive regard. These are not grand demands. They are the very fabric of human decency, and you deserve them. I saw them claim your ideas, my child, your precious insights, your creative inspirations, declaring them as their own discoveries, their own profound thoughts. I watched them profit, reap the harvest from your diligent work, taking the advantages that came from your striving, from your toil, and taking the very luster, the radiant glow from your own light. During all of this, you stayed in the shadows, unseen, unobserved, unrecognized, while the praise, the accolades, the honor that truly belonged to you, that was justly yours, was given to them undeservedly. But my scales of justice are true, and I saw them take advantage of your gentle nature, my beloved, your compassionate heart draining your strength, depleting your vital energy, and constantly probing your limits, pushing the boundaries of your endurance. They wanted to see how much you could bear, how much sorrow you could contain. And you carried so much, my precious one, far more than any spirit should. You accepted more than was right, more than was just, more than was ever intended for you. My child, you gave them too many chances, too many opportunities for redemption, for true change. You forgave their doings, their transgressions again and again, extending grace beyond measure. You kept your trust in them, clung to the hope of their transformation, even when there was no reason left to believe, no tangible evidence of their sincerity. Your spirit is a wellspring of forgiveness. But even a wellspring can be drained by relentless drawing. My precious one, I watched with profound sadness as they misunderstood your gentle nature, your compassionate spirit, seeing it as weakness, as a flaw to be exploited. They wrongly thought that a kind soul, a tender heart meant you were unwise, easily deceived, and that an honest heart, a spirit devoid of guile, meant you lacked understanding, lacked discernment of their true intentions. How mistaken they were, my beloved. They were certain, absolutely convinced, they could always hide the truth from you, conceal their dark intentions, certain your vision, your inner eye, was too blurred, too clouded by your own good nature to ever see clearly, to discern their deceit. Yet I observed you, my precious one. I watched your earnest efforts, trying to make sense of things, working to extend kindness, pushing to grant more opportunities, always looking for decency, for a glimmer of goodness in others. Even as they repeatedly showed you their true darker selves, their unmasked intentions, your spirit sought light. Even in their shadows, you excused their harmful behavior, my precious one. You made allowances for their transgressions, telling yourself with a heart full of compassion, maybe things are hard for them right now. Perhaps they didn't mean to hurt me. Maybe I'm overreacting, perceiving too much. But what truly saddened me? What brought a deep ache to my eternal being? My child, it was witnessing you slowly, subtly begin to believe you earned that treatment, that you deserved that pain. It was seeing you take in their cruel words, their venomous pronouncements, absorbing them into your spirit. It was watching you question your own value, your inherent worth, your divine purpose. It was seeing you look at yourself not through my loving eyes, but through the same critical, condemning eyes. They used eyes filled with judgment and contempt. This, my child, was the deepest wound. Now, my beloved, hear my divine decree. It is finished. No more of this suffering. No more of this anguish. I will not let these lies, these insidious whispers, continue to cloud your mind, to obscure your radiant truth. I will not allow these people, these dark influences, to keep harming the sacred essence I gave you, to diminish the light I placed within your spirit. Right now, in this very moment, declare with the full conviction of your being, I receive the setting free of every weight, every burden, every limit that has been placed upon your life, upon your journey, upon your potential. Declare it. Proclaim it. I am waiting on your step for your faithful declaration. You are with me again, truly present, truly connected. Good, for I will now show you. Unveil before your inner eye what is beginning, what is stirring, what is taking form in the hidden places, in the unseen realms, all because of the powerful, sacred statement you just spoke. The divine decree you just uttered. My messengers of fairness, my emissaries of divine justice, have their sacred instructions. They are being sent forth right now, at this very moment, to address those who have brought you distress, who have inflicted sorrow upon your spirit. They are going to every person, every individual who caused you pain, who wrought injustice upon your path, and true fairness, divine equity, is now undeniably underway. I am not speaking of human payback, of vengeful retribution. I am not asking you to do anything to harm these individuals, for that is not your nature, nor my command. No, I speak of my own righting of wrongs, my own divine vindication, the kind that flows from the ultimate source of authority, from the very heart of justice itself. It is complete. It is even-handed. It is absolutely sure. And it is perfectly aligned with my eternal will. Those who brought sadness, who sowed seeds of sorrow into your life, will now face their own sadness, their own bitter harvest. Those who took from you, who seized what was not theirs, will answer for what they seized, for every appropriation. Those who spread lies about you, who poisoned perceptions, will be shown for what they truly are. Their hidden motives revealed at the perfect time, in the right way, for all to see. And you, my child, do not need to act. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to challenge these people or engage in their old patterns. You do not need to reveal anyone publicly, to expose their transgressions to the world. You do not need to send messages asking for answers, for their answers are meaningless. Now, you do not need to prove anything to anyone, for your truth is known to me. Just rely on me, my beloved, for restoring what is right. For bringing forth justice is my concern, my divine responsibility, and I will make certain it is done perfectly and completely. You have listened well, my precious one, and heard the truth of my heart. My word carries a light meant to illuminate many paths. If it has settled deep in your spirit, then let it flow outward. Be my messenger now. Carry this wisdom, this assurance to 3 others who feel lost or diminished. Do not let this blessing stop with you, but let it ripple through the world. My guidance is ever present, my beloved constant you can rely upon. Do not let this moment of connection fade. Join the faithful remnant who lean into my voice each day. Return for more wisdom and walk with me daily, trusting in my unwavering presence to sustain you. My promise stands firm, my child eternally sealed. Now I ask you to seal your own commitment. Proclaim it aloud. Let your voice echo your trust and acceptance. State, I am restored. And know I am waiting on your step, ready to honor your declaration. Go forth now, my beloved, knowing my peace covers you always, a comforting presence that guides your every path and protects your spirit from all harm. You are deeply loved and forever held, my beloved. Have you ever felt a gentle nudge within? A soft, quiet stirring that you almost brushed aside? Perhaps it seemed too small, too subtle, too ordinary to matter. You might have questioned its origin, or why it appeared when no one else was watching. This is a common whisper of doubt, and it can lead you to dismiss the very prompts I place before you. But know this, my precious one, what appears insignificant to the world can carry immeasurable power in my sight. That quiet urge you feel is not random. It is a precise invitation meant to establish your truest self and illuminate your purpose. It is through these gentle leadings that you come to understand my closeness. I see your every moment, every silent consideration. Do not hesitate in your response. Declare your readiness to embrace these quiet callings now. Say, I receive. I am waiting on your step. Stay with these words until their end. For clarity about your vital steps awaits, my child. I wish to make something clear to you now. The particular path I ask you to walk may not be seen by others. It will likely not bring you notice or receive any outward approval. Even those nearest to you might not grasp its true nature. This might be a calm movement done in stillness, with no need for display. Indeed, for any who lack the insight I have placed within you, it could seem without reason. Yet this is often how those I have chosen proceed. They follow directions that others cannot comprehend, guided by understandings I alone reveal. This truth rests at the heart of the quiet calling I set before you now. My beloved, what you might consider small often carries immense weight in the unfolding of all existence. Your embrace of a gentle inner prompting can resonate throughout everything. That soft, quiet stirring you sense, that subtle urge you might try dismiss know this, my precious one. It is not merely fleeting. It is a specific instant meant to strengthen who you are at your core. Through this, your spirit becomes stable. Your true purpose shines more brightly. You come to know my gentleness more deeply. So do not ignore what I ask, simply because it seems small. Do not hesitate in your answer, because no other eye is upon you. I see every choice you make in your quiet moments. When you follow my guidance, even when no human observes, your deeds create effects far beyond what you can imagine. This unfolds not through grand gestures, my beloved, but through a calm, humble devotion that lasts forever. Your steady dedication truly pleases me. Yet its deeper effect rests in what it builds inside you. It marks the path between a fleeting thought and a spirit truly devoted. It forms you into one who embodies truth rather than just speaking of it. My beloved, your steadfast devotion lifts you beyond what you could accomplish alone. It refines how you perceive, clears away all uncertainty, and secures your path directly into my larger purpose. While others pause, held captive by their doubts, you press ahead with pure clarity. You do not need approval. It simply comes to you because a steady heart reveals roads no earthly barrier can truly hold back. This is where the profound strength in your allegiance truly lies, my cherished one. It drives away every trace of apprehension and every moment of hesitation. It quiets the voices that aim to confuse, uncovering what is utterly true. This is more than a mere act. It is an inner resolve that strengthens your innermost being. Each time you show this faithfulness, a lasting quietness settles deep inside you. Your inner awareness grows. You find yourself taking genuine actions. You find yourself turning inward. You find yourself drawing closer to me in ways that are both new and distinct. My child, your deep devotion alters your reality and changes who you are down to your very core. Authentic goodness flows from your deeds, not just from hearing what I speak. You may experience powerful emotions. Your spirit may be awakened or lifted, my precious one. Yet if your only reply stays within that sensation, genuine transformation will not settle within you. Your intense feelings during moments of deep reverence hold less significance to me than your willingness to walk the journey I light for you. I do not look for actions without flaw from you. What I truly seek is your unwavering determination. For past this dedicated movement lies not just my favor, but also profound understanding. It brings forth true advancement. It reveals my constant care over you. Some crossings on your life's path are far greater than simple fleeting instances. They arrive carrying deep meaning. They hold the ability to guide your future course. They can shape the paths of others who observe you. They can quicken the unfolding of the intention I placed within your spirit. The precise moment you occupy right now stands as one of these essential junctures. A single complete acknowledgement from your heart can reshape everything. A lone movement made with full certainty can reduce times of waiting and lead you quickly into the way I've set out for you. My beloved, the choice you make today extends far past this immediate second. It establishes the trajectory for all that is yet to come. You cannot grasp the full reach of what flows from this genuine act of trust. This is not random. I have prepared this. The well-being of another spirit leans on your readiness. Another's clear path thanks to your steady resolve. Another's growth relies on your open surrender and your faith in my direction. My precious child, even if you do not perceive the whole design, I see it all, and I reveal this truth to you. I beheld this very instant before it ever came into being. Do not let this vital doorway close, for it moves beyond simple knowing. It is about connecting to a reality greater than you can imagine. This very moment brings forth what is fresh. The quietness that once seemed to dim your way, like a heavy veil, is now pulling back. The bonds you failed to recognize, those influencing your inner core, those inherited from your past, those kept from your conscious mind, are now loosening one by one. My child, I observe you starting to grasp your own truth. A profound movement has started within you. Yes, you have always held a distinct worth, even when events around you hinted otherwise. The strength residing within your spirit conquers anything that tried to lessen you. Your expression holds more authority than any quietness that ever contained you. The unfolding of your existence proceeds from your very depths, a journey only I initiated. You do not need to grasp every detail completely in this moment. My child, just take the next step, even when uncertainty makes you tremble. Even if you cannot see where your journey leads, my beloved, your choice to keep moving forward holds more power than you understand right now. When you choose hope instead of giving into doubt, when you call on me instead of surrendering to unease, when you decide to trust me again, these simple actions begin changes hidden from your sight. Your steady conviction deeply reshapes your world. In this very instant, my precious one, you offer your whole self. You are profoundly linked to a greater truth that is revealing itself. You are a vital part of a life story that is waiting to unfurl.